Another MP production.
Donate to Operation Amber. Help the homeless Edmonton at www.marketguides.ca.
Put a picture up there for me, please. Ultimate thank you to Jason Holdings for donating to Operation Amber. Help the homeless Edmonton. Let the Most High bless him and his family. His humble demeanor, attitude, and spirit implies he is very blessed. In some of these pictures, you will see what seems to me like one or more orbs. When I explained to him our project, he gave immediately and generously. So generously, his donation helped more than 15 homeless people around, maybe more, who really needed water, food, change, and nurture. We had a great encounter. We had a photo shoot, and then I had to get to work. I entered the Dollarama to purchase 5 waters. In the back of the line was a young homeless girl holding a beverage. I waved her over and asked her to come to the front of the line so that I could pay. Upon leaving Dollarama, heading east towards Safeway, I saw a gentleman walking. I asked, "Would you like some water?" He replied, "Sure." I quickly added, "Are you hungry?" "No," he quietly answered. As I was about to turn and walk away, he asked in a low tone, "Could you help me with change?" "Sure," I answered, handing him a little bit over $2. I asked, "Is that enough?" "Yes," he replied, "but not for drugs." I mildly added in a stern but friendly type of tone. He softly looked and said, "I will try, but I can't promise." "What's your name?" I asked. "Led Zeppelin," he answered. "My name is Duel." As he turned and walked away, I patted him on his back and wished him a good day. He said, "Have a good day," as he walked off. I actually really think he said, "God bless you." Most of them, a lot of them, they say, "God bless you." My mood was on high and therefore able to spread that emotion throughout North Edmonton. I crossed a major intersection, scanning everything my eyes could see. I witnessed 2 homeless people sitting down and one was sharing his water with a lady. I approached them and asked, "Would you like some water?" They said yes. As a matter of fact, they were so happy that the lady, who I call Bella because I forgot her name unfortunately, kept repeating,
"This is what we need. This is what we need. Thank you."
I've heard that from homeless people a few times now, and many times, but in other words. I gave them 1 each. Bella blurted out in a drawn-out manner, "I'm hungry."
I'm hungry.
I gave her $5 for food. She promised not for drugs. Afterwards, I thought about it and realized I should have brought her to Safeway for a cheap combo or just give her $6 to make it easier. I'm pretty new to this and it's all a learning curve. I took her picture, she hugged me and said thank you as I continued heading east towards the park near the Best Buy. Embarking upon the entrance of the park, I saw a lady walking 2 small beautiful dogs and we said hi to one another. I proceeded to give her a flyer and explain Operation Amber, Help the Homeless Edmonton. She was thrilled, ecstatic. We had a great conversation and she gave me some tips. I asked to take her picture as she will donate online, but she declined and suggested to take pictures of the dogs. I agreed and we said goodbye. As I saw 2 homeless people, a man and a woman. I don't know them, but I excitedly said to them, "See, this is gonna work, and everyone is gonna be alright. Would you like some water?" "Sure," they replied. I briefly explained to them what I was doing, and they let me hear their story. And I have to thank. Please.
I'm Adam, that's Donna.
Hi, Adam and Donna. And so what happened? You're telling me?
Oh, our story, we had a fourplex that we paid $1,400 a month for. We had no problem paying the rent or anything. It's just that I caught a gambling habit and I spent my money, and so we came to, what is it called, Carousels?
Navigation Center.
Navigation Center across the street there for help, ID, and housing. So they helped us, got us in the right direction to get the ID, but as far as housing, as you see, they couldn't help, and they didn't even ask us our income or anything, right? Like, we got no problem paying rent anywhere. We got a history of paying rent. But they failed on that spot.
They put me up, and then if I was late, they kept me up until 5 a.m. in the morning. It was a quiet time, basically. And then if you go back at 5, sometimes they give away your bed.
They give you your bed?
Yeah. So I've gone in at 7 in the evening, checked in. I wasn't there at 8:30 check-in, but because by the time they checked me in, it was like 7:45.
Geez, there was one situation where I had to take her to the hospital, and I called them from the hospital telling them she's at the hospital to save her bed. I don't think they did that either.
No, I was come back from the hospital and I had no bed.
No bed.
That night, I came in at midnight like I'm supposed to, and they'd already given my bed away at 8:30. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. How does that work?
It
So
doesn't.
it seems as if the niche in this is that they put on a front as if they're here to help, but when it comes to helping,
Yeah, I still haven't
now,
got a housing
I understand
worker.
the situation where it's a single man or single woman that are on welfare are getting $600 a month or so. It's hard to house them, but our situation ain't that way.
You guys just need housing.
That's all we need.
Well, if you have the money, then go on Kijiji, no?
Yeah, we've looked. I
Yeah.
mean, some people are really picky, and if you have a criminal record or if you don't have the damage deposit and right up front, they don't want you.
Yeah, it's
So
almost
it
like
makes it hard.
housing here in the management crews. They don't seem to be compassionate to a person. They're quick to. It
Judge.
seems like their policy is if you make a mistake or if you do something we don't like, you're out.
Where is that? Where is that?
Pick a place.
Oh, you mean like that? Seriously? Really?
I mean, I was in an apartment when we met, and she didn't like the clientele that was coming up to her apartment because they were homeless. Right? And
Yeah,
some of them weren't. Most
check
of
the
them weren't,
Human Rights
actually.
Commission. The Human Rights Commission is having a difficulty themselves with the word homelessness. They can't, like, they're so used to discrimination being of race, creed, ethnic background, income, right, religious beliefs, sexual orientation, whatever, right? But with homeless, they kind of,
Not
they
sure.
don't know how to put a finger on it.
Mm-mm.
But the clientele that was coming, or the people that were coming to the apartment, were yelling at my balcony because she shut off my buzzer.
Oh.
As you can see yourself, that it's a big issue here, man.
Where's that? Yeah, that's why I'm like, no, we're going to do something about this.
I've heard it's bigger than any city in Canada right now. Maybe British Columbia, Vancouver, maybe bigger.
Donate to
They
Operation
have
Amber.
benches.
Help the homeless Edmonton
What's that
at
place called?
And it's
www.marketguides.ca.
run by the Hope.
By the Hope, okay. And so they say they're not too good people.
They
Well,
don't treat you well. They treat you like third-class citizens.
Well, they seem to drop the ball on being able to house. Maybe they're having issues with the management groups that say, oh, geez, we don't want anybody like that in there. Like, but what's like that?
That's exactly it. And most of these people are better than the other people. You know what I'm saying?
Brother, you know for yourself, if you walk into a place, right, and your hair dreaded up like that and a beard and stuff, they're gonna
They judge
form
you.
opinions.
Yeah, man. One big problem at the Dollarama yesterday, I'll tell you.
Did you?
Yeah, man. Always, man. There's certain places I don't go, like Shoppers Drug Mart, certain ones, certain, like this Safeway, I'm not going there.
I understand, yeah.
Yeah,
They just follow me all around the place like I'm a thief. I'm not stealing anything, you know?
exactly. Because
Their thing is they'll come up and
because
say,
you
can I
look
help
that
you?
way, right?
Yeah.
They'll say, can I help you? What they're saying is that we're going to watch you.
Yeah.
Right. Can I help you? I don't
I
know.
know, like this Dollarama here, they watch me all the time, and I've never stolen.
That's-
So it's just the way I look when I walk in.
I don't
I mean, I
agree.
go in there one day and I'm all dressed up, and they don't even look at me twice. And I go in like this. Oh yeah, they're following me around the store. Where am I gonna put anything?
People
Come
form
on.
opinions, yeah, they do.
Mm-mm.
It's getting frustrating because winter's coming soon.
Yes, sir.
We need
I
a
mean,
place.
we're both older. Like I'm 58 and he's 61.
We don't want to go through this stuff anymore. I have an ad on Kijiji, and I want more people like me because I realize I can do that because these are black and white flyers. We just cut them in half. You know what I mean? If we get some sponsors, then we're gonna get the real flyers out. I'll flood the entire city with it. You know what I'm saying? And the more we go along, the more I'm gonna talk to everybody. But it's just not hard for me in life. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I got to get back
I think-
into the
I
vibe.
think the issue starts at management of these rental
buildings?
places, yeah.
We want our own building. And if you tell me your email
Well,
address, I'll look for
I'm
you guys.
Sure,
We don't have an
I'm
address.
positive.
No email?
I got an email, adam.reddick@hotmail.
Reddick? How you spell Reddick?
REDDICK.
Because then I'll give you a card. You want to text me just in case.
Okay.
or you can
I've had my,
you can.
I've been robbed 17 times in 12 days being out here by people that are out here.
What are you talking about? I hear about that as well.
People take without asking.
When you're sleeping, or when you just like stand right
pretty
here?
much when you're sleeping. They just grab it and go. If you're awake, don't have a chance, right? But as soon as you go to sleep.
Yeah, I think it.
I hear about
I
that.
really do believe it.
And it's the same people.
It starts at housing, right, and management crews that are here to rent property. They look at homeless like it's the newest disease.
Yeah.
What the heck is going on? These prices are way too high, man. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, well,
I can't afford
our
it.
wages
I
went
mean,
up
like
on Ace, and now
with
their
our
wages
income,
go
we
up.
can afford it, right?
Mm-mm,
And all
yes.
we need is a door to open.
What I'll do, I'll look on Kijiji for you guys, you know, and if you want to send me a email or text just in case, you know what I'm saying, and then that way I have it right away, and then because I look on Kijiji all the time, and if we can get like a.
I thought they are supposed to base it on, you know, your income. Right?
No, some of the places.
Yeah, but some of them
But
they
you have
just.
to go through an agency. And
Well, why can't we just get like a regular place from
I know,
Kijiji?
well, yeah,
Like
it
a
seems
house.
you always gotta have a referral. Yeah, it does. That's a good looking bike, man. I like what you did with that. Did you
Yeah,
do
it's
that?
nice. Okay. That I spoke briefly with Donna as Adam spoke with his new friend. Many times I see homeless people genuinely speak and assist each other immediately upon meeting. An unspeakable bond shared amongst one another. I wish them a great evening and promised to email them. The sun's
We had to do some digging, and here's some of what we found out. Let's start with this article and then a news clip about Caris. This article by Michelle Bellefontaine, CBC News, posted January 17, 2024, 2:38 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, provincial, and the news clip is from City News. Alberta government opens Edmonton Support Centre as police ramp up encampment closures. Facility located at Caris Centre in Hope Mission Shelter in central Edmonton. 10302 107th Street, Edmonton, Alberta. 780-422-2018. Officials announced Wednesday that residents will be offered help with housing, financial supports, healthcare, addiction treatment, and mental health services. Trevor Wilson, CBC. The Alberta government opened a new navigation and support centre on Tuesday to take in people after they are removed from homeless encampments in Edmonton. The move comes as the Edmonton Police Service plans to take down encampments at an accelerated pace, said Chief Dale McPhee. The new $13 million temporary centre will be run out of the Caris Centre in the Hope Mission Shelter in central Edmonton. When police shut down encampments, an Edmonton transit bus will be on site to keep residents warm and take them to the centre. At the centre, residents will be offered help with housing, financial supports, healthcare, addiction treatment, and mental health services. The centre will have storage for belongings and residents will be able to keep their pets with them. Edmonton Police Chief Dale McPhee addresses the news conference as Treaty 6 Grand Chief Cody Thomas looks on. Nathan Gross, CBC News. While the intake part of the centre is only open from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday to Friday, services for people who are already registered will be available around the clock. Seniors, Community and Social Services Minister Jason Nixon said transportation is available to move people to the next service. We will ensure there is a warm hand-off between that navigation centre and the next support sector that individual will go to, Nixon said. Edmonton declares homelessness emergency. While judge scraps lawsuit against city's dismantling of encampments, homeless encampment residents resist eviction as advocacy group loses bid to stall removals. Nixon was joined at Wednesday's news conference by McPhee, Public Safety and Emergency Services Minister Mike Ellis, Treaty 6 Grand Chief Cody Thomas, Chief Willie Littlechild and Justice Minister Mickey Amory. Photographs showing a tent fire and weapons seized from one encampment were set up on easels inside the news conference room at the Queen Elizabeth II building on 107th Street and 98th Avenue. Crime, gang activity? The announcement came one day after an Alberta Court of King's Bench judge ruled that a human rights group had no legal standing to speak for people in encampments in its attempt to get an injunction against the evictions. Nixon, McPhee and Ellis were adamant that the encampments were home to violence, crime and gang activity and needed to go. They dismissed complaints from encampment residents that the shelters were more dangerous. McPhee said he would question information about camp safety from people who are addicted to drugs. It doesn't mean they haven't felt it. It doesn't mean that we can't get better, McPhee said. We keep saying this and we keep blaming the people that are really basically keeping people alive. The decision to open the center came after provincial officials met with Edmonton Mayor Amarjeet Sohi and City Council on Tuesday. Councillor Aaron Paquette said the meeting was positive and productive and he was pleased to see Treaty 6 is involved. He is also pleased the province wants to help homeless people return to their home communities if that is what they want. While Ellis claimed encampments were hotbeds of gang activity and crime, Paquette said not all are impacted. How do you target that and how do you narrow that down? Paquette said. So I think a light touch is preferable to, any heavy-handedness. Shelters not ideal. Jim Gurnett, spokesperson for the Edmonton Coalition on Housing and Homelessness, was critical of the response from both EPS and the province. Gurnett called the drive to tear down encampments the height of foolishness because people simply move elsewhere. He disagreed with Nixon's assertion that shelters are safe and said staff aren't able to maintain good standards. Jim Gurnett speaks for the Edmonton Coalition on Housing and Homelessness. Travis McEwen, CBC. I talk to people every day out here on the streets that have had quite frightening and dangerous experiences in shelters, Gurnett said. So don't tell me that camps are dangerous. Rochelle Gladue, co-founder of Indigenous-led organization Tawa Outreach Collective, said she doesn't believe the province's plan will work. She is also concerned the police are involved. Gladue preferred the province spent the money for the center on building supportive housing so people don't have to spend months on wait lists. She disagreed with Nixon's assertion that shelters are a better option than staying in an encampment. I don't think we should expect unhoused people to subject themselves to really unsanitary and unlivable conditions, Gladue said. If we focused efforts on creating higher standard shelters and creating healthier shelters, more people would go. In a release, Chief Wilton Littlechild said, all levels of government need to partner and come together to prioritize safe shelter and supports for First Nations people. When communities work together, we can begin the steps into healing and recovery. The City of Edmonton spent about $1.7 million to tear down 2,392 encampments in 2023, compared to roughly $1 million the year before. The city has spent $82,000 so far in 2024.
This one is really, really nice.
Donna Kozak has been a resident at Hope Mission's Caris Women's Shelter since they opened earlier this year. She says she feels much more comfortable here than other shelters she's stayed at.
It's just so much more private and more feels like your own personal space to have while you're here.
The Caris Center is a 24/7 emergency shelter that can serve up to 80 women at a time and provides wraparound care and support services.
So the Caris Center offers a very welcoming, safe place for women to come to receive both not just emergency shelter, but also health services, to receive housing and support, connections to addiction treatment and recovery.
Since opening in February, the Caris Center says it has seen an increase in demand for its services and is consistently operating at full capacity. According to Homeward Trust, more than 3,200 people are experiencing homelessness in Edmonton as of the end of May. Tim Pasma at Hope Mission says they have seen a drastic increase in women on the streets since the pandemic.
We're seeing probably 40, 50, 60 women a night. And now we see up over 200 women a night in our shelters in Edmonton. And so we really felt like we needed to provide more. We needed to provide designated spaces.
Everyone who stays at the Caris Center has a semi-private bed and their own locker to keep their belongings safe, something that will become a new standard at Hope Mission shelters.
They have much better sleep hygiene when they're actually able to sleep in what they feel like is a safe environment, and often having a barrier around you can really help with that. We're hearing really positive feedback from a lot of the people that are staying here with regards to that.
For women like Donna Kozak, she says they offer everything she needs to get her life back on track.
You get a bed and you get meals and you get, showers and you get toilet facilities, and that there's help here 24/7. It's not just one thing they give you everything that you need.
In Edmonton, Laura Kraus, City News.
The heat was so penetrating and I ran out of water. I'm still new to Edmonton and sure of the area. I headed down Jasper. Fortunately, I found a drugstore that had 12 waters on sale for only $1.99. I quickly grabbed a case as I felt the security's glare. He was staring at me as he was eating a big bag of chips, laser eyeing me in my back. "Don't worry, mister, it's all good," I said in a fun tone as I turned around. I proceeded to the cashier. The cashier scanned the water and it came up to $3 plus. Gasped, thinking it was a mistake, and I pointed to the shelf where the water was and surprisingly exclaimed, "Oh, I thought it was $1.99. Then I remember there was a tax on all recycled items. In Edmonton, you have to bring the bottles back to Bottle Depot in order for you to get your refund. Actually, many homeless survive picking bottles for money. Many do quite well this. I walked up and down Jasper, not sure where to go, handing out water, then headed towards the river. I saw two people walking in the alleyway. I asked them if they would like some water. They replied yes, and we had a magnificent conversation. They've been together for 21 years. I was amazed. Their names are Chris and Nadine, a beautiful couple. They didn't want to take a picture but promised to phone me to arrange a day so that way they could share their story. They, or let's say we, were so excited that it was an amazing experience and happy to meet such wonderful, caring people. I walked by the Saskatchewan River and a homeless man seemed quote-unquote out of it. He was talking and laughing to himself, looking through the garbage can. I walked up to him and I gave him the water. He said thank you in a normal way. I walked along the path, then turned and headed back north. As I passed a Starbucks, I met another homeless lady. "Would you like some water?"
"No, I just drank a big jug of water."
But she wanted something from the convenience store that was a distance away. I walked with her, and as I was walking with her, I found what she was saying very interesting, as I don't judge, but listen with the attentive understanding. I had to stop her and ask if I could record what she was saying, and she said yes. I took out my phone and began to listen to her words. I keep hearing interesting stories such as this. Her name is Candace. Okay, go ahead. Tell me now. So, you believe in reincarnation, person?
Yes, I do, because I was actually reincarnated.
You're reincarnated?
Yes.
So you're saying that you went away for a while as well?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
What do I mean?
Like you went away for a while?
I went somewhere, but when I came back, I was in the same spot when I left, but then I was I was probably pushed a few feet away, like these trees right here, about that far away from the exact spot that I was sitting in. I remember that. And they said that when they come to revive me, I was cold as ice and I was just all blue. And then Buddy went half a block up to phone the ambulance. He phoned them, and on his way back to come and see me, he said that I was glowing like an angel, he said. And after that, I was trying to get into my Facebook account. I was trying to get into my Facebook account.
So when he came back, you're already awake and everything?
Mm-hmm. I put my picture, on my Facebook, and they said they weren't a match.
It wasn't a match?
Mm-mm.
So what do you think?
What do you mean, what do I think? I don't know, it's so many different
So
things.
you're saying that you think you looked different before?
Yeah, I did. A lot of different times.
A lot of different times throughout your life? Interesting thing, isn't it?
It's I don't know. Yeah.
But is it because our features change as we get older? Especially what we eat and what we don't eat? And what do you
think so. I don't know, it's hard to say.
Some people...
People have their own opinions, but I have to be careful what I agree to and what I don't agree to.
Very true.
Because things will get out of hand quick.
Yes, very true. In terms of reality and unreality.
Yes. And it's hard for me to actually go back and to try and fix where I messed up. Because then it's drain. I didn't realize it was actually I'm hurting myself by letting people because they're walking with me and they don't know that I can walk forever. You know what I mean?
Interesting. Because I'm more into like Bible in a way, and saying like forever is more like.
The only thing like that keeps me stable is like doing down or something and staying in one place. And when I sleep, I dream, and I can do more things when I'm dreaming.
But can you?
You cannot even explain that. Like, how can anybody explain something like that, right?
Well, consciousness, I think.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that way too.
But again, now, how do we set it back on in life in itself? Because I'm not saying no, like when a person sleeps, like a person is so like really powerful, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just believe that people are really more powerful than they tell us.
Mm-hmm.
So now when we're looking at that, then what can we do and what can't we do? You know what I'm saying? But I say more like what are we able to do? You know what I mean? Like that we don't know.
That's why everybody's supposed to explore and figure out their passion, what they're capable of, what they're good at doing.
Mm.
Like if you want to do something better for the community and the world, and think of stuff like that. And it's like try help. When you help somebody, you're helping yourself.
Mm.
And it's like if you steal from somebody, you just stole from yourself. You know what I mean?
Because you're saying we're all one people?
Yes. Like two-spirited.
What do you mean two-spirited though? Like good and bad? Or you mean?
No, two-spirited. Like say you, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
Say I was dreaming and I just created this whole entire area. Because of a dream that I just dreamt. And I built up my foundation. Then I started bringing in family that I remember.
Okay. Okay.
Friends, people that were good to me that I, you know?
Or
but then I didn't realize there was other things that were going wrong, and people were making me like manipulating me and like making me think of stuff, and then so like it would make me think about like things that were not good. So then that would happen, and then we'd come here, stuff like that.
That's two-spirited. Interesting. Because I think in the dream state you can do a lot. You can, like,
the soul and the spirit.
Right, the soul and the spirit.
Without your soul, you cannot do nothing, because nobody really had their soul. Because if you're going around doing the same thing, you're like time and time, nobody even knows.
Should we go on the next side?
Yeah.
Let's go on this side.
So we can actually move forward now, but
that's interesting. A beautiful person was saying hi to everyone who passed her, and them saying hi back as it should be, showing me that's the way it should be done. Something I learned from her, even though I've been going through such a difficult time over the years, you know. But I met a few more people in that evening who may sponsor. Then walking down the alleyway to the convenience store, a man was lying on the ground moaning behind the store strip. I asked, "Are you okay?" He shook his head. I gave him some water, but the longer I stayed, I realized he may need medical attention. I bent towards him and asked, "Do you want me to call the ambulance?" He nodded as he groaned, held his stomach and rolled down to his side. The paramedics. I thought it was a strange interaction. I wanted to continue on my way as I'm weary of law enforcement and friends, but couldn't leave him. The call got disconnected and the operator phoned back as the ambulance arrived. Then after leaving the store, we met this other gentleman. The three of us sat on the grass in the park and had a great conversation. At the end, I realized he just needed someone to speak with and just to get his story out. So I recorded that. Okay, so you're saying it took you 8 years to get for people to recognize that you're a good person. I mean, you had 4 years and a half in the inside, and then you took some program. That one was mending hearts.
The first program I took was mending broken hearts. It mends your broken relationships. Could be family members, friends, whatever, you know, drug dealers, this, that. But what it did was it just showed me that how many people, how many bridges I broke, you know.
Personality.
Edmonton Holdings for starting the positive energy that went to so many on this day, which provides sincere happiness and joy to so many who need it. And that's why I love to help. Some can't believe it. Don't do it for the thanks. The people need it, and I need help to help them, and that's the only reason I tell and share these stories. People donate on the street, receive beautiful pictures, or you can send me an email with a picture, and I'll make it beautiful for you. All donations receive a free audio of your choice, either a poem called Truth or Lies, a rap song called Just, or a short story called Bad Behavior. It's super funny. Are you a business? The good news is we just got started and sponsorship is available. Get your logo in our mini pamphlets. We're starting with a quantity of 5,000 beautifully designed pamphlets and given hand to hand to the people throughout Edmonton and scattered everywhere. If you know me, then you know I don't leave any stone unturned. This is what the flyer looks like when it's closed. The top is the front, the bottom is the bottom. This is what it looks like when it's open. Logo spots at the bottom, $275. Everybody gets it. Many people love it. So therefore, I'm going to flood the entire city of Edmonton with these flyers. 5,000 to start, but I guarantee you it's going to be over 20,000. And not even only that, I have so much pictures and footage that we might make it a lot larger or add more pages in. We're going to see what happens. But right now, I would like to get the logos at the bottom, or you can become a platinum sponsor, meaning your name on everything. We're getting t-shirts soon. Your name and logo can go on the t-shirts. All online advertising, which is a lot. That means Facebook, TikTok, Pinterest, LinkedIn. Gonna get into the radio. Get the radio advertising going. So it's a great opportunity for people to give away their merchandise. Not only that, it's a great opportunity for you to get your name out there. I've done this many times before. Projects such as this, sponsors love it because they become like a household name in the city, because the flyers will be everywhere. They're attractive, they're small enough, and people love it. It grabs their attention right away. They're gonna keep it because they're gonna know where they can shop, because they get discounts at the sponsors. So that being said, Operation Amber Help the Homeless. Operation Amber Help the Homeless t-shirts are about to be printed. Put your logo on them. Ambassadors wear Operation Amber Help the Homeless t-shirts throughout the city. Donate or sponsor to Operation Amber Help the Homeless Edmonton today at www.marketguides.ca.